Yo, Frank, Jeremy, John, what's up, dudes? Big day today. I used my $50 Bass Pro Shops gift card. I bought boots. I bought the hooks. Finally. Yo, Bob. I am about to get going packaging stuff. What's up, AJ? I just went by the Bass Pro Shops Spring Classic sale. Then I saw Zona do a live, and apparently he's going to do appearances. And I was wondering if the Mobile or the Spanish Fort, Alabama store has people do appearances at your Bass Pro Shops locally. Does it do people show up? You have celebrities? Spanish Fort Bass Pro Spring Classic. Let's see. They have a rod and reel trade in. Find a store. Huntsville, Leeds, Prattville. This one. That's mine. All right. The greatest sale on earth, they say. Shop the flyer. $5 DTs. Yeah, they did have $5 DTs. You know what, AJ? I passed them up. And OT Slims or OG Slims, whatever they're called. Uh, I guess we're not getting people. I guess we're not getting celebrities. I don't know. Oh, we are having in-store events. Let's see. Who is this person? Here we go. We are having tips, tricks, and seminars from the fishing pros. We're having Cody Huff. Let me blow this up. Cody Huff. Don't know him. He fishes the Elite Series apparently. Casey Scanlon, host of Ozarks Fishing Report, and Brian Snowden, most famous for his meltdown down in Florida that McClellan won. Snowden had it wrapped up, and I think he zeroed. Maybe. I hope not. If that's all that Springfield can get, that's pretty weak. It doesn't say though. And if oh, maybe you're right. Those are Springfield. So it doesn't say for my store. Um, uh, maybe we don't have anybody. But those do seem like the caliber of anglers that would show up at Mobile, Alabama. Uh, that's what I was thinking. If that's the Springfield store and that's what they've got, that's the hub. Uh, if that's their spring classic, guys, you're probably right. Hella, we will probably get uh, some sort of captain. Come on, Bass Pro Shops. Your website's such a piece of junk. Uh, Spring Fishing Classic. Tips, tricks. Okay, here we go. Learn from the top fishing pros. Bill Dance will be in Tampa, Florida. Roland will be in Concord, California. Jimmy Houston will be in Dallas on the 16th and the 17th. Edwin Evers will be in Sevierville, Tennessee. Van Dam will be in Sevierville, Tennessee. Ott will be there. Click here for the full lineup. Okay, let's check this out. Whoa, store location. Leeds, Alabama. Joey Nania. Round Rock's getting Clark Wendlandt. He's from Austin. That would make sense. Damn, Brian Snowden's doing Rogers, Arkansas, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, Branson, Missouri, and Springfield. Who's doing them all? Zona's going to be in Gurnee, Illinois, Bolingbrook, Illinois, and Portage, Indiana. Where's the rest of the guys? They don't show Bill and all them on here. I guess they get their own section. I will say, besides the three legends in Zona, their second tier pros and Wendlandt's a big name, I guess, to some. It's pretty weak. Corey Johnson's going to be in Rapid City, South Dakota. I don't know. This is pretty sad. Full lineup. Yeah, I think KVD is going to be in Tennessee, March 19th. Defoe's going to be March 18th. The Sevierville, Tennessee Bass Pro is going to be loaded. You get Evers, you get Van Dam, and you get Ott Defoe. Everybody else, Tampa gets Bill Dance. California somewhere gets Roland, and Dallas gets Jimmy Houston. Pedro Soares, who's he? He's doing 4 appearances in Texas. Ronnie Green, never heard of her. Jonathan Kelly, Greenville, South Carolina. Who are these people? What's up, Burns? Talking sports. Don't know anything about that. Chris, that's on the Bass Pro Shops website. So if you go to their Spring Fishing Classic page, and then you scroll down, they have a Learn from Top Fishing Pros, Tips, Tricks, and Seminars. Bill will be in Tampa from 10 to 12, March 11th. Roland, 10 to 12. Jimmy Houston, 3 to 6, and 10 to 1. Damn, Jimmy's working for 2 days. He's got 3 hours each day. How about that? Kids Weekend, free catch and release pond, free kids fishcraft, free casting challenge. Dude, I'm going to take Bean there and she'll smoke all the 3-year-olds. She's good, dude. Free backyard bass game. What is that? Varies by store, so we won't have any of that. Jonathan Kelly is second-year elite from North somewhere. That was Daniel from Southeast Georgia Kayak Racing Yak tournaments. Gross. No offense to you yackers. What am I looking up? Wix. All right. I need orders so I can start packing orders. The bean will be the kids' equivalent of KVD. I don't know. It probably would be hard for her to stick with it. She's pretty good at casting. Um, she does have a new pink wake shed that she's quite fond of. I just got to get her somewhere that's got some fish in it so she can rip. Bob Stevens, you did get the last pack of the Ferals. You did. 1, 2, 3. Pick you out all the good crummy ones. Just kidding, Bob. Okay, next. Okay. They're not part of the circle. Yeah, if I can get her till 8, I'll be happy with that. If I can keep her till 8, she'll be into it. We did get to do a little daddy-daughter date on Tuesday. We went to Taco Tuesday at the Mexican restaurant. It was pretty fun. I ordered a bowl of queso, and she was going, like, licking the bowl. It was friggin' hilarious. She's fishing in the boat. She's pretty good. You know you're good when you can just fish in the dirt. I will say she has run my paint jobs through the ringer, and they have held up quite good. Is there bait? What is this? David Smith got a new submission. But anyway, well, it really threw me off, Burns, because I picked her up from dance. I always pick her up from dance on Tuesdays, and they're always dicking around, like letting the kids out, and I showed up 2 minutes late, and like everybody had already picked their kids up by that time. So I felt kind of like an asshole because she was like the only one there, and nobody's ever there that early. Like I'm always early, waiting on the door to open. But anyway, Amy called me and said, "You want to go do Taco Tuesday?" I'm like, sure. She said, "Well, I don't think me and the baby are going to go. So why don't you just you and the bean?" Okay, I'll ask her if she wants to do that. So I asked her, and she was into it. Okay. Darius gets his Burns one-off from the camper stream. Congrats to Darius. He gets his other baits. Oh yeah, he gets one of these too. Everybody's getting one of these. This was the camper giveaway for signing up. Who's that place? I forget the name of the company. Jan's Netcraft sent me these to try. They've been sitting around, and I was like, I'll paint those. It's like a 2.0 size bait, kind of like a BDS looking thing. Y'all let me know how you like them. Go throw them. Tell me if I wasted my paint on them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. What else we got? Do I think they will work through ice? Most certainly. Most certainly. Just got to use your imagination. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 blocks. Okay. Who else? Let's go to the next one. Nasty Nate. Brendan, yes. Yes, they will. You will, if that's what you're curious of. Who's this? Nasty Nate. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Nasty Nate. And last but not least, we're going to get 2. Okay. And he got 2 packs of Wacky Bands. Perfect. Wacky Bands. Let me find some of those. Find my stapler. I don't know where that is, of course. I really feel bad for you ice dudes. That really sucks. That really sucks. Oh, the line. Thank you for reminding me, Travis. So, since Bass Pro is having their spring sale, I started looking. I said, well, let's see if they got any deals on big game. Or the other one I've been wanting to try is the that camo stuff, triple fish, because they make a 17, and it's cheap. I was like, let me try that. They didn't have it in 17. They have it on the website in 17, but I think you have to buy like a big giant spool of it. So I start looking at this other line, and it looked the label looked like it would be like more of like a frozen biscuit in the freezer section is what the label looked like. So it kind of caught me off guard that it was an actual fishing line. And then I looked on it and it said made in Japan. What is this? What is this line? And it was in like a bulk. It wasn't like a big spool, but it was like one of those like 1,000-yard spools. And it was Momoy. Momoy. I took a picture of it. MOMOI''S. Momoy's high catch nylon monofilament line. Made in Japan. And it says the #1 monofilament in the world. So I looked it up, and apparently it's popular in the saltwater fishing world. Well, then I started looking up. They have a 16-pound test. And I said, well, let's see what the diameter of their 16 is. So it says 0.37 millimeters. So I looked that up in comparison to a big game, and it's like a 12-pound diameter. It's pretty small. But their 20 is pretty small diameter. Their 20 is more like a almost like a 17. So that interested me. Said, well, maybe I can buy their 20 pound and it'll fish like 17. Um, so I will probably go back and try some of this Momoys. A lot of guys were comparing it. I started doing a little reading on my way home, and guys were saying the difference is um, it's not cheap. It is not a cheap alternative to big game. This shit was like 16.99, which isn't bad, but I mean, it kind of is for mono. So it was pretty expensive for mono, uh, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't hate it. It was being compared to Izerline Triple X or whatever in the saltwater world. Like all these guys, everything I could find on it was like all these like offshore dudes talking about filling up like 50 weight reels. So that was I never could find a post where somebody was mentioning using it for bass fishing. So I know one Japanese monofilament I'll never buy again. Sunline Supernatural. That stuff was the worst. Momoys. I will guinea pig on the I think on the 20 and see if how it is. Uh, I did see the suffix in 17, and supposedly they Jeremy, I could break Supernatural with my hands. People talk about getting bad spools. Nah, dude, this stuff's just junk. Uh, like I literally took the line out of the spool, and I was feeling on it, and I was like, this feels kind of weak. Like it feels small, and it just feels pathetic. So I wrapped it around both my hands and went like that, and you could pop it. And I was like, maybe it was just like a bad spot on the line. So I spooled up a reel with it and like tied my knot and checked my knot. My knot popped, or the knot didn't pop, just the whole line popped. And, this is weak. So yeah, Jeremy, I made the mistake of actually spooling a reel up with it, but I got rid of it there shortly thereafter. And then that made me even more mad because I had wasted my time and money experimenting with a line when I just should have stuck with what I knew. Um, Machine gun cast from Buchanan 14 stuff broken on third cast. John, what was that? Was that line a monofilament? Gamma Polyflex is in 17. I like Gamma. They had a copoly that was really good, but it's just hard to find. That's the other thing that's the other thing I love about big game is that I can buy it at Walmart. I don't shop at Walmart, but like if I'm out of town and I need line, it's there. So Thursday, what's up, dude? Suffix. My buddies back in the day used to throw suffix a lot, and suffix. I used to throw suffix when I had to, and it wasn't a terrible line. It wasn't a terrible line. I hear that. I know Buka claims that that triple fish stuff is like invincible. It seems like it'd be a little wiry because of the colors. I don't know. Brennan, yes, we had. So get this. I'll give the medical report for anybody that's curious. So I guess it was probably a month ago. The baby and the bean got RSV, and then they kind of got well from that after a week or two, and then Mardi Gras. Amy took them down to Mardi Gras, and they caught hand, foot, and mouth. The baby did because she puts her fingers in her mouth. She puts these two in her mouth, so uh, she got hand, foot, and mouth. Then the bean got it. Then they said, well, parents can't get it, so uh, or it's not likely. I think we got it. And then Amy took her to the doctor, and I think while she was at the doctor, on top of her hand, foot, and mouth, she contracted strep. And then Amy got it, and then I think I got it on top of all this other bullshit. So it's been never ending, dude. It is exhausting having to deal with sickness because you don't want your kids to be sick, but you also having to try and take care of them, waking up in the middle of the night when you're sick or not sleeping or whatever. It's pretty bad. Uh, Schoolmaster, you probably did. I think we did. We got something. I don't think it wasn't bad, but you just felt like shit. Um, Triple fish is good mono. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. Let's see. Couldn't walk. Yeah, that was my only real symptom. Um, was that I just had like really, really bad like fatigue and body aches, which sucks because I can pretty much work through anything but that. Like if my nose is running or like my eyes are watering or if I'm sneezing or anything like physical like that, I can work through. But like when I start getting like body aches and I just feel dead, like it's hard for me to like do anything productive of because I have to produce something up to a level of decentness. You know what I mean? Like of quality. So trying to do it with like a damn 101-degree fever and make everything consistent and not just try to blow through it and get done is pretty hard. So uh, like it would be different if I had to just go sit at a desk and like count beans. But I don't. So this is Morgan. Um, that's what I was hearing, Schoolmaster, that the toes fell off, toenails. We never had any of that, luckily. I need some filler. Uh, I need filler. Who is this? All right. Bob, I don't think it's necessary because I have two more drops coming up. Should be enough for everybody. Should be enough for everybody. This is a nice gesture. High C diet works well for me. Caffeine, cocaine, and cigarettes. There you go. That'll keep anybody healthy. That'll keep anybody healthy. You'll forget all about it. Yeah, because I got the rat brain coming up. The rat brain and the SB1. All the right one. Bob, I don't know which one you'd give away. That'd be tough to choose. Brendan wants an SB1. He wants one of the OG Burnses. All right. I hope these are in order. I think they are. SG8. Yes. And then did I not? That is giant. What did I do with that other bait? There it is. There it is. What is this? Bob. Okay. I got it all right. Yeah, we don't want Burns to burn himself out. Here's the SB1, if you're curious. Hey. All right. Oh yeah, I need filler. Hold on one second. I gotta go to the the filler room. All right. Here. Chris, he does not need filler. Ben does. So Jersey, do you mean buy something real or JDM stuff? Okay, there's Darius. Let's make sure he got his bait. Okay. Such. But that was actually a surprising amount of people at Bass Pro Shops. There was a guy behind me in line, older gentleman, and he was buying like, I don't know, he had like 20,000 yards of Bass Pro Shops mono. And I wanted to get into a conversation with him, but I didn't. I chose not to because I needed to leave. But he had like 3 of these big giant spools of Bass Pro Shops mono, 17. And I was like, I really want to start. I really want to like get down and dirty with this dude on this 17-pound mono that he's buying tons of. And so we I passed. I just let him roll. But he was a freshwater guy. He had a few chatterbaits in there. He had one KVD 1.5 in chartreuse and black. He had a black and blue chatterbait. Normal stuff. Normal stuff. But I would have probably been there all day. And he had a lot. He had a lot of stuff to. He had a lot of stuff to get out of there. Just called Seaguar and Vizex. Yeah, I think the Vizex is good, from what I understand. Is their braid the SmackDown braid? Seagars? I heard it was really good. The only reason I wanted it because it was this cool gray color. If that's the same stuff I'm thinking about. And I saw it on a guy's reel, and I was like, man, this braid looks really cool. But I'm not paying $50 for a spool of cool looking line. So I opted out. I didn't realize it was so high. Yeah, that's what I use. I like the damn rope. I guess they call it a 4 carrier. Nate, what do you use? Seaguar fluoro is indeed still shitty fluorocarbon, no matter how you word it. Nasty Nate, what's the braid of choice? Missouri Super Braid? Yeah, I think I've got some of that over there. I've got Daiwa over there, J Braid. I've got Power Pro. I've got Yozuri. I've got it all. I tried that Super Slick back in the day. I thought it was going to be awesome, but I wasn't a huge fan. Where's Nasty Nate? Daiwa Samurai for flipping and Sunline FX2 for frogging. I can say I was a FX2 Frog and Line Sunline guy for the majority of my tournament fishing career. Um, for no reason other than I tried a spool when it first came out and I spooled up with it and it worked pretty good. And it lasted me like that spool lasted me a couple years. And I just rolled with it. It was a good line. Um, Daiwa Samurai. Travis, there's probably not any difference. To just the FX2 was blue and looked cool. Um, Super Sleek does suck. You are correct. It does indeed suck. It just broke. I had a hard time with it. Yeah, like all the frogging I've ever done on Gunnersville, like mat fishing, that was all Power Pro. Uh, uh, I don't know what it is, man. I think the problem with Power Pro is they make a great product. They're just boring. They don't they don't make you want to like them. You know what I mean? Like they don't advertise, they don't do anything. They just they don't have any real like relevancy in the industry. So you don't really like to me I want to put my money if I'm buying braid towards somebody that's like has a little bit of a personality in the business, in the fishing world. Power Pro does it. They're just like Cortland. I would like to support Cortland because Cortland tries, they go through smallmouth crush and they try and like get get in. I'm okay with that. I like that. Um, Jeremy, I'm not knocking them for it. I'm just saying they're fucking losers. Like they're just like that old fucking cork sniffing rich guy that's like, oh, I don't have to fucking advertise. I just make fucking better shit than everybody else. While they may, I don't particularly care for it. I much rather spend my money with somebody that is trying to have a personality. I guess that's what it is. It's like brands have personalities. They don't have one. They're they're just fucking a bunch of old dickheads that sit around and you know don't give a shit. Me neither, Travis. I've never heard of Cortland, but they're a small company. I would look into Cortland line. Uh, but who is I'm trying to think. Like isn't Power Pro part of like Gamakatsu anyway? Aren't they in bed with like Shimano? It's not Gamakatsu. It's Shimano. Shimano and Power Pro. So that doesn't surprise me. They're cut from the same cloth as Shimano. And I like Shimano stuff, but like I said, Shimano's never had a good they're the same they're cut from the same cloth, obviously. Not a sticker. Who gives a sticker? Does Power Pro give a sticker? Who gives stickers out? K9. Cortland gives out stickers. I don't know that I want to. I don't know that I want my introductory I don't know that I want my introductory line, like my first time trying line. I don't know that or any kind of product. Is a sticker a waste? Because you really haven't even tried it yet. I guess most of those stickers just not like they're going on somebody's truck. They're just going probably in a damn on a tackle box somewhere on a cooler or something. But I will. This is probably embarrassing to say, but probably like 5 or 6 years ago, I got on Alibaba or AliExpress, and I ordered some braid, and it ended up being Cast King braid before they like came over here and started sponsoring people, and it was literally like $3 for like 100-yard spool, and I ended up buying a couple spools of it just to try. So it's like braid's braid, right? Like it's got to be pretty decent, and it wasn't terrible, honestly. Like it wasn't like the best braid I've ever used, but for what I paid for it, it was pretty decent. Um, and then they showed up over here and started doing their marketing. And it started to pop up places, and I started looking around, and I was like, damn, these are those losers I bought that damn cheap ass line from. They were real popular on the Morgan. We're talking about braid, but they were real heavy on the in the Alibaba world back in the day. John, you have to wait weeks or months, or sometime not at all. I have had stuff just not show up. Casking braid is pretty terrible. I'm telling you, the stuff I got back in the day from Alibaba wasn't awful. Like I said, it was like $3. Honestly, though, if you really dive down into it, how many manufacturers of braided fishing line could there possibly be in Japan? I mean, in China. Can't be a ton, right? Can't be a ton. John, I'll give you a quick rundown of Baiyi. What happens on Baiyi is they send if you buy a bait, it goes to a holding company, And then what would happen is if you ordered 10 things, they consolidate your packages and then ship it to uh, to you from that facility. But what you run into is you got to pay fees twice because I think you got to pay Bai and then you got to pay the handling company. Um, but if you buy in bulk, like if you buy a bunch of stuff, is the way to do it. Like if you just continually buy a bunch of shit over the course of like a couple weeks and then like have it all shipped at once, it's not bad. Um, but for buying like one bait, it's probably not the best. It depends on how good a deal of it is. Um, like I don't know that a crankbait it would make sense because I tried to buy some old discontinued stuff and you could get them like I could have bought them for like $6, but by the time I got done with all the fees and all the handling and shipping and all that bullshit, they were going to end up being like $20 a piece for ordering like two of them. So it's like, well, hell, if I do that, I could probably just buy them off of another site. Um, so they do have a lot of shit there, and it's cool because it's basically Japanese eBay, um, and you can find a lot of used stuff there. Um, so if you're looking for something specific, they typically have it. Yeah, come on. Tape. How does my tape always walk off? I gotta get Amy a tape dispenser. There it is. I had a guy in Austin when I was in Austin. He used to buy all the time on Bai, and I'd try to. I would piggyback on his orders if he had an order going. I would try and I'd send him a link to something and be like, "Hey, will you add this to your cart?" And then I'll just pay you what I need to pay you. Um, and that worked out for some stuff. But I also messaged the same guy a couple weeks ago. I said, you got to order up on Bai?" And he was like, "Yeah." So what about getting these? And it didn't make any sense. It didn't work out. Um, I remember when I first, like 10 years ago, when I first found Ichiban tackle. That was like, actually, I found Ichiban's used section is what turned me on because I started shopping and then I saw this used stuff. I'm like, oh shit. And Ichiban would ship you stuff real quick. Their shipping was awesome. Uh, all right, let me scan these in. Y'all should be getting emails. Let's see. I need Wix, and I need to go to Robert Stevens. See. Darius and Chris. I just had my first bad experience on BBC. Travis, what'd you buy? What was it? Who boned you? Manson sell you some bullshit? I bought a bunch of shit on there. I never had any problems. Blue Sea Bass. I bought two 6'9" medium heavy hammer rods. I got one medium heavy and one medium. Ooh, that's not cool. That's not cool. Actually, paint for the new owner of Hammer Rods, I believe. So this guy used to sell some baits too. I got word that he got in the rod business and bought that company. So when I was talking about it, if I ever had to re-rod, I'd probably call him and say, "Hey, bro, I need to re-rod all of them. Let me come finger some rods." And I could probably go up to the little warehouse and put my hands on some stuff. I've never touched one, but I hear they're quality rods, and he's a good dude. So I was happy to hear that I know a good guy that's got that got into the fishing game with a good product. Um, so when someone types BBC, they could be talking about Bass Pro Central, Brown Baitco, or Big Black Cadillacs. Man, were any of y'all on Bass Fishing homepage back in the day? Just out of curiosity, Stearman, you probably were. Darius was. Darius, did you have a handle? What was your handle? Kyle, what's up, dude? Big Bass cranking. Marty, that is not Bass Resource. Bass Fishing homepage. It was bfhp.org or something, dot something. It was like really long, something weird you had to type in. Booker was real big on there. Him and Spinnerbait Kid. Burns, how are you not on that one? Oh, so this is a funny bass fishing homepage story. I will tell this and then I will leave, but this is a good story to end on. So the if you're part of the tackle camp, you met Jody Crane. Well, when we were in college, Jody was a little prankster, and he got on he got on Bass Fishing homepage, and you had to be a member. You had to be a member in order to post pictures. Uh, but he was friends with this guy who was into like programming and shit and knew how to write like HTML code. And he could just give Jody the code to insert a picture without being a member. So because it wasn't, you know what I mean? Like the security on it wasn't that strict. Like they really didn't think anybody would know how to like just insert the code into a comment string and then it add the picture. They thought they could just be like, oh, you have to be a member. Um, so they took a picture of Jody at his parents' house, and it was like in the middle of the summer, and he was wearing like shorts and maybe like no shirt. He might have had a shirt on, like a t-shirt on or something. Maybe sleeveless, who knows? But he was holding up like two spotted bass, and I think they were dead. I don't remember. That might have added fuel to the fire. I think they might have been dead. So he, him and his buddy photoshopped, or I don't even think it was Photoshop back then. I don't know what program you would have used then, because this would have been in like 2001. No, it's been like 2003, something like that. But so they took Jody's face off and put Takahiro Mori's face on it, and they created uh, this bogus profile. And Jody wrote this fishing report as if he were Takahiro Omori and posted this picture that like the big ones were biting on Sam Rayburn or something, and it was in like January, so it would have been fucking cold. And he's out there in shorts, like the trees are bloomed out. There's like it doesn't look like Texas in the background, and he posts this picture about like all these giant bass that they're catching on Sam Rayburn, and holding the fish up, Takehiro's head. I wish I could find it, but dude, he posted that, and these guys, he was like, "Look at these big largemouth I caught." So they weren't spotted bass; they were largemouth. So it was like the ultimate troll post. Like everything about it was troll. Uh, Location, obviously, his head cropped off of Takehiro's. It was summertime in the picture, wintertime in the fishing report. Um, and dude, that post went like bass fishing homepage viral. Like the guys were so gullible. They were like, "That's not Takahiro." It's like, no shit, dude. And then those are spotted bass. Those aren't even largemouth. It's like, no shit, dude. And then that's not even Texas. There's like so and so trees in the back. It's like, okay. And but dude, he got like death threats from that picture. Like people were livid about his like fake Takahiro story. But I want to say I have pictures or I have emails. I think I was smart enough that he used to write all these bullshit fishing reports from Lake Tuscaloosa. And I want to say that I copy and pasted all of his fishing reports and put them in an email. And I need to look and see if I can find them. But they were really, really, really good. Um, I'm hoping he goes through with it, Brendan. Who are we talking about up here? Bats. Yeah, the the WEC story will remain a mystery until a later date. I'm telling you, that's going to be the Christmas special because it was at Christmas time when it all went down. Maybe I'll bring the fake snake in that I gagged Jody with. I think it's over at my parents' house. I need to bring it in and hang it up on the wall as a memento. Kyle, you broke a bait? Where? Let me go back up the comments. Where am I? Colin Bob, where are the pics of broken baits? Who's got broken baits? Uh-oh, South Jersey's going to go crank the Epic Shed. Everybody throw up a prayer for South Jersey that he doesn't lose it. What kind of broken baits? From whom? What brand? Wood baits. South Jersey, if you lose this damn thing, I'm gonna be pissed, bro. Never hear anything about the wild beat. Grizzly, I haven't heard shit about it either. Not since it came out. Like, there's not any doubt in my mind that it'll catch fish, but you got cultures, edders, and some black labels. Imagine that. Your blazer. Yeah, we never got to see the blazer. The shitty blazer. All right. I'm out of here. I gotta go paint some stuff. Todd Castledine, $50,000. I wasn't fishing for that. I was way wrong. What's he talking about? After my video I made, I realized some things and obviously made a huge mistake. I might have left some things out, so I'm here to clarify. Todd's in the boat. Schoolmaster, later, dude. I'm about to do the same. I just wanted to get on here really and see if anybody had heard of Momoi fishing line from Japan. South Jersey, have you heard of it? Momoi apostrophe S, Momois? Momois? Nasty Nate. You mean these? South Jersey. How have you not, dude? It says on the package the #1 fishing line in the world, straight out of Japan. High catch. Is it worth the shit? Is it indeed the #1 monofilament in the world? If Matt doesn't know it, I 100% dream that up. If South Jersey doesn't know it, I hallucinated that. Only use it for salt water. Matt doesn't know about it. It's not JDM enough. Yeah, it was. It's in Bass Pro Shop, so it doesn't qualify. That's who makes the diamond braid. Yeah, I was reading about their diamond line. Too common. Yeah, it's peasant JDM shit. It's like the noob JDM. Like if you want to get into JDM, that's the first thing you start with. Like the starter pack JDM kit comes with Momoy's high catch line that you can buy at Bass Pro Shops. Slide you in before you get real deep and you start getting on Baiyi. And then you can buy line that was woven in some Japanese dude's garage with some endangered spider silk in a 3,000 carrier braid, hand wound, and he'll only sell you 20 feet at a time. Do they carry it at hookup tackle? That is a great question. Let's see. I mean, to be the #1 monofilament in the world, you would think. Shot by brand. If I were a betting man, I would think they would turn their noses up at this stuff. Zero results. Shot by brand. Let's do that. M. Shot by product. Line. Yeah, it's too plebe. They don't carry it. It's too plebe. It's not highbrow enough. Better mono than anything they've got on their page, but no, can't have it. Hope Matt and EE never do a live together. We would be lost. Yes, they would basically just be speaking Japanese but English. The DRT 9 line, I've been wanting to try for a while now. That they give you a big ass spool, but I heard good things. TK, did you paint Morning Dawn on the Clear 110 KO yet? No, I don't have any 110 KOs. I used to get them from Brian at Dinger Baits because he had the best 110 blank on the planet. But he has since sold his business, and the last time I checked on the New Guys business or the New Guys page, who has all of Brian's old product, he didn't have that. He didn't have that bait in. So we'll see. South Jersey, don't cut yourself short, dude. I think you could probably boggle Eric's mind with the newer stuff. he could probably throw some old school shit out there that you probably was before your time. But I think as far as like newer stuff, you're pretty up to date. I would say more so than Eric is on current JDM products. I mean, he still knows his shit, but I don't think he has time to study like he used to, or has the want or need or care to. But anywho, gentlemen, good talk today. I love our line talks. They're always entertaining. But I know Burns is over there pissed off about line talk. Go paint some balsa. No shit. That's what I need to be doing. I actually have to paint some Strike Kings and some BGCs and some uh, Vixens. Travis Stearman, I'm going to paint your Vixens today. Uh, but I'm about to eat a pack of crackers first, and then I'll go. I'm going to go give me a pack of crackers or two, and hella, I do have Brian's. I don't. I, I know what color I'm going to do Travis's, and I know what color I'm going to do the jerk baits. But I got to go back and dig through the messages and see what color Brian wants his baits. Once I get my head wrapped around it, it'll be easier for me to paint. Brendan, you sold him those Vixens? They're about to get blasted. I don't know what color. Maybe bone. I don't know. I have to go back and look and see what he wants them to look like. They're very nice, Brendan. I will say you sold him immaculate specimens. Uh, they're very, very beautiful baits. So, um, not a lick of rash on one. Maybe it's because they had the fancy hook protectors on them. But Brian's Vixens will get painted. Like I said, I just got to figure out what color. I will be disappointed in Brian if he didn't say bone. Let's see. Let's see what he says. I'm gonna have to look it up anyway. Might as well look it up right now. Um, Drunk man jumped inside a lion cage. That sounds fun. Brian. I have lots of Brians in my chat. Here we go. Did you receive my package? I just shipped your package. I was thinking about shipping these. These are them. I messaged you earlier. I'm looking to get at least one Vixen painted. I was hoping to get it painted a bone color as the main, and then you can put your own spin on it. I'd like to have a second one done, but I haven't really narrowed it down to what I'd like a second one to be painted. 90% off 15. Similar to this with that orange belly with a little red. Oh, gross. Gross. Well, he'll have them ready. Hella, does this make you cringe? Is right. Is that an Ozark Walmart Ozark trail bait? I think it is. Yikes is right. I can do it. I can certainly paint that beautiful Vixen that color, but do I want to? Not really. But we'll see. We'll see. Pink Vixen would work. Pink Vixen would certainly work. Paint them both bone and say, oops. Listen, dude. Y'all. I don't get to pick. That's not my job. That's why I paint little runs of Marty Bates, because then I get to pick. The man wants some perchy looking thing. Perchy looking thing it is. Focus. There you go. Brian, they're talking about your favorite color. Customer's bad taste is always right. But I will say, in Brian's defense, he says any ideas are greatly appreciated. But I don't know. I mean, I got a million ideas. I just want to paint what makes you happy. And if it's some ugly shit, it's some ugly shit. It's not, you know, my eye is not the end all be all. If you think this is beautiful, then beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But I would say it's maybe a waste of my talents. But that happens a lot, so this wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the last. Painting unicorn on it. Dude, there's so much cool shit I've done on Vixens. I mean, it's endless. How to make a Vixen look cool. And it doesn't have to be like crazy fancy. Like, look at mine. Like that. This thing's sexy as hell. Just straight up bone with a gray back, a little bit of chartreuse on the top, some zombie eyes. I think that looks better than that, but I don't know. Red front hook. Hella, if you can recommend a red front hook that is stronger than a any other colored hook, I would be open to options. No, it's actually got. I think the back does. Yeah, the back does, but the side is like a green purple color shift. Can't see it. You can kind of see the tail right there. But yeah, it's got a color shift flake in the bone. It's very shiny. Bob, tell me what painters are exclusive and picky. I'd like to know what painters are so exclusive and so picky that they won't paint for you. Because I don't know anybody that's worth having their shit painted. You know what I mean? That anybody would be like, oh man, this guy won't paint my shit. I mean, literally nobody comes to mind. That there's not other people that can do better. So, Hella, you do believe you're a believer in the red hook. That's interesting. I'm not opposed to it. I just don't like a red hook. To me, has always been inferior in its the metallurgy part. Like they always flexed out a little easier, and they never held up as good. Now, if they could make this hook red, uh, I would be perfectly fine with using a red hook. I could get behind that, but I don't. I don't know. I rather have the strength. That bone yellow magic with the flaking red hook seems to have gotten a ton of bites for you. Yeah, I do like the. I will say I do kind of like the red hooks when they get a little flaky. VMC have a red spark point. I don't know. I don't know. I wonder how long that spike it shit like the worm or the blade dip would work. That's what I was thinking, Nate. Wonder how long that stuff works. If you could just dip your hook in that red stuff. Brendan, you missed the red hook craze of the early 2000s. It was all the rage. Three different painters that would not paint, and I was one of them. Sounds about right. It lasts for a while. It lasts for a while, but it isn't more vibrant red like the hooks you buy. Bleeding bait strike kings of red splatters and all the hooks red. Yeah, that's a lot of red. That's red overload. No, Bob. I actually really enjoy painting old wiggle warts. Uh, it depends. I try and respond to everybody. It depends on. I will slap my own wrist. Um, that I can be bad at times about following up after X amount of messages. Like I don't remember the message from you, Bob, but like I have had guys that get real wordy, and like once I'm like 3, 4, 5, 6 emails deep, like eventually like it's not on purpose that I'm ignoring this person, but it's just to the point where I look at it and I'm like, I'll just do that later. It like the more messages I get, like the less of a priority it becomes. Like it goes down the list of like prioritizing because like when I first get a message, I'm like, oh, let me hit this guy back. You respond, you're like, hey, what's up? Usually within like a message or two, the deal is done and baits are coming to me and it's over. But when it starts getting like down the down the down the inbox of like long messages, uh, uh, those tend to just get swept under the rug. Um, but I don't remember. Did you email me, Bob? Look it up. It might have just got. Like I said, it might have just got Missed. Oh yeah, 122.23. I don't know why you didn't get responded to, Bob. My apologies. I do see here 122.23 you responded. Uh, maybe some crawl colors in black and blue. Yeah, warts are easy. I wouldn't say they're easy, but they're you can typically wipe the old wiggle wart paints off. Um, basic crawl colors is kind of vague, but uh, I could have. I guess I'd have had to dig in a little more. That was probably what happened. I was like, all right, I gotta ask that. I'm gonna have to dig in what actually basic crawl colors means. And I probably went and did something else. Um, Frank, you've got it right. Caveman speak is works very well for me. I have baits. You paint them pretty. Address, please. Has anybody ever tried sunbaking a bait on a windowsill or a car dash to dull the paint down? John, I would not do that. Uh, just for fear. For wood, you probably wouldn't. It wouldn't matter. But I wouldn't do it with a plastic bait. You'd probably run the risk of blowing your bait up. Um, you could probably put it in front of some sort of like UV light or something. Actually, you could probably put it you could probably put it under your garage or like a carport or somewhere that's kind of like shaded, and it'll probably catch enough UV light that it would dull it down over time. Um, but I don't know if you could get one of those like UV lights and like shine on it and dull it down. But I will say certain stuff fades a lot easier than other. Um, like that. What's that color? Lucky Craft makes a perch color, and it's basically just like a black back with yellow sides. And that yellow side is not. It's an ink, I believe. Um, and that ink fades out super super fast in the sun, and it'll turn white. Um, but it's not. I don't think they use like a candy paint on it. Um, Later, Brennan. T.O. Chartreuse. Good luck, South Jersey. Don't lose your bait. Bob, another reason I really like, I will say I enjoy painting um, wiggle warts is because back in the day, I had this guy. Looking back, I was kind of dumb, but he wanted me. He was very adamant that I like try and replicate this wiggle wart color as accurately as possible. Looking back, he was probably like flipping them. He was probably trying to rip somebody off. Maybe not, but he was very adamant that it needed to look just like the original. And so I looked up and I found a guy that had like this like 4-piece wiggle wart 3D stencil. And I was like, I want this. So, and it's like pretty much an exact copy of the stamp that they put on the original wiggle wart crawl, except in a 3D molded stencil form. And so I bought those to paint this guy's baits, and I've still got them. I still use them. They're fun to paint with, just because they look really good. Um, So, yeah, send me your wiggle warts and I will make them look like something. I'm gonna buy 10 Jackal Blings in my color. That is a slap in the face. You know how to cut us down to the quick, Bob. All right, everybody's bailing. Not really. We still got a pretty strong number on today, but I will be the first to say I apologize if anybody else sent me an email and you didn't get responded to. I'll try to respond back. Damn. Quick question about Tacklecraft. My guess is timing might be off on this, or is there less than zero interest in having a conversation? Let me know. Would 60 plus permanent video assets collecting views forever help you? Shut up, Will. Leave me alone. There we go. David. I'm looking for someone to paint some Smithwick rogues in an old pattern. That sounds fun. I like the sound of this. 6 new baits. All right, y'all be good. I'm out of here. I'm leaving with Bob. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow, maybe. I might be doing yard work tomorrow. All right, we'll see y'all. Bye.